children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us.
Everything belongs by having Christ shed his blood. All praise. You got a question, brother? Okay, do you see yourself on this sign right here? Do you see yourself on this sign? Do you see your, what's your father's nationality? Puerto Rico, right? Okay, all praise to the Most High. So according to the Bible, you make up one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Puerto Rico. So what did people in Puerto Rico call themselves before they call themselves Puerto Rican? Because Puerto Rican just means what? Rich poor. So we had an identity before the conquistador got there, right? What was it?
Well, what I do believe is that God gave his son to die on the cross for all that committed sins to be saved through the Jesus Christ, because there's no other way to the Father if it's not through the Son.
I agree.
That's what I believe.
Right.
So that's a matter if it's white or black, red or blue. We are all under the blood of Christ, and he gave his life for all of us.
Okay, Matthew chapter 27, verse 25. I'm going to show you what does matter in the Bible, right? Matthew 27, verse 25. So you said the blood of Christ on all people? The blood of Jesus is on everybody, right?
Whoever confesses, like Romans 10:9 says, whoever confesses with his mouth that God, that Jesus Christ is his Lord and
shall be
Savior.
saved. Shall be saved, right?
Okay, so, so you know it. So those people that confess with their mouth that Jesus Christ is their Savior, those have the rights to be called the Son of God. Whoever does not regret.
Real quick, don't get. I want to address everything you said, so don't too much. Now, first, I'm gonna just real quick. You said everybody that confesses. So what did Christ mean in Matthew 7:21 when he said, "Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, 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 will enter into the kingdom of heaven"?
You know why? Because they had Jesus Christ on their mouth, but not on their heart.
They didn't have works to show for it, right? Okay. Very important that we establish that. Matthew 27:25, because he said the blood of Christ is for everybody who accepts him, right? Matthew 27 verse 25.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 25.
Who crucified Christ?
The Jews.
Jews, right? Go ahead.
Then answered all the people.
The Jews. Go ahead.
And said, his blood be on us.
On who?
On us.
On everybody.
On us.
On who?
On us.
On us. The people. You says the Jews. So the blood of Christ is on the Jews, not everybody. So where do we get that? What's the verse that says the blood of Christ is on all people? Go ahead.
So you're telling me basically that...
I'm not telling you. The Bible's telling you. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're telling me that God makes exception of person?
He doesn't accept people in judgment. He doesn't respect people in judgment. My bad. Yeah, he doesn't respect people in judgment. But he sent his son to die for a very specific people. That's what the Bible says. Matthew 1:21.
He sent his son to die for all that was committed sins. Because the people were saying that he was not the King of Kings.
Can you show this in the Bible, everything you're saying right now?
I'm sorry, but I'm not here to battle.
Well, what are we doing right now then? What would you call what we're doing right now?
In there now, man.
Brother, it's not, we're not here to battle, but here's the thing. You saying one thing, we saying one thing, right? We both want to follow Christ correctly, right? So we need to be able to go in scripture, because we don't know about Jesus if it ain't for this book, right? This book, we don't know about Jesus, right? So if we got to go according to this book, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's why he's saying you're making statements, right? And we're not necessarily disagreeing, but what we're saying is we just want everything we're going to say to you, we're going to go right to the Bible about it. You understand what I'm saying? We just need you to do the same thing, brother.
That's what
the Bible says, study for yourself approved.
That's right. Study to show thyself approved. So I want to show you something, right? You said that call yourself the Son of God, right? Right, that's what we're talking about, right? 1 John 3. Starting at the top. Start at the top first. Because I want to walk through this 1 John with you, right? You know who John was? St. John, right? You familiar with that brother St. John? Powerful apostle of Christ. Let's see what he says in his first epistle. Read.
1 John 3:1. Behold, what manner of love.
Read slow. Come on, go ahead.
Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us.
What manner of love had the Father bestowed upon us, right? The love of Christ, right? So let's read, but he's going to expound on it. Read on.
That we should be called the sons of God.
That we should what?
Be called the sons of God.
So you talk about being called the sons of God, right? So this is the subject matter of what John is talking about in this 3rd chapter, right? How we can be called the sons of God. Let's hear what he's saying. Read.
It says, therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Just like the world, like you said, the world rejected Christ. He said, wasn't the King of Kings, right? Also, the world doesn't know the Son of God. Let me ask you something. What's the biggest religion in the world? Christianity is the biggest religion in the world. So if the biggest religion in the world is Christianity, right? What does that let you know? That that Christianity can't be the true religion of God because the world is not going to acknowledge the sons of God. Right. So that's a strike against Christianity, brother. Right, Rick? That's your brother?
That's my family.
Okay, that's your family. I hope you didn't just get pickpocketed. You know, go ahead. You know, if you were just turning the other cheek, I wasn't sure, brother. No.
You see what? I mean, I believe that the Bible said that their angel, it's guarding us.
Listen, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Me too. I'm with you. Go ahead. Let's keep reading though. No, we not, brother. We're just going through the scriptures. Cause I love you, right? And you love me, right?
I love you too.
Exactly. So we gotta know.
Right now,
we're just talking.
This makes God sad.
No, it doesn't because, big brother, we're not arguing. All we're doing, I'm just reading this passage to you, brother. That's all I'm doing. I'm not arguing with you. I just want you to hear this passage, brother. Go ahead.
I gotta go.
Understand? Let me just finish these couple verses right here in 1 John 3. That's it. Read.
Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
That's right.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
When he shall appear, we shall be just like Christ. Right, read.
For we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure.
So every man that had this hope purify himself, even as he is pure. Now, how was Christ pure? He was without sin, right? Right, okay, boom, keep reading.
Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law.
So that means sin is the transgression of the law. Christ was pure because he was without sin. So in order to be like Christ, we have to be without sin, meaning we cannot transgress the law. What's the law? The Torah, right? Torah tell you not to eat pork. Torah tell you don't shave your beard. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. So if we are truly the sons of God, we're not going to violate none of that. Skip to 9.
He that committeth sin is of the devil.
He that committeth sin is of the devil. He that breaks the laws of God is of the devil. Read on.
For the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of God,
whoever the son of God is going to what?
Doth not commit sin.
Does what?
Doth not commit sin.
So if you are a true son of God, brother, you will stop breaking the laws of God that's found in the first 5 books. That's all we're here to tell you. That's how the true sons of God are going to make themselves manifest.
The only thing that I'm going to close this because I got to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm Yes, I'm
And I've been hearing the gospel word and I love it. Christ says, I will pray for you to be like he and the Father was one. That's what he wants with all
to
of
be
us.
one.
To be one. See, I mean, I'm not here to and honestly, what is happening right now in my spirit, I feel sad because I'm sitting down, I'm standing right here, but my spirit and my heart went to those days and was happening the same thing. We're all talking about the same spirit and all that, but who's the real church?
We the church.
That's right. That's right.
We the church. We the grace here.
That's what we're doing. See?
Yes, he is.
And I got it right here. Jesus Christ. Live by faith. And by sight. See? And I got it. See? So I understand what you guys are doing, and I feel proud. You know why? Because you're taking the message to the streets.
Yes, sir.
That's where Jesus Christ was preaching.
In the streets.
On the streets all the time. And that's why it's not happening in these days because many of pastors, they're comfortable in church.
In the church,
See? And this is what we got to do. See? So I feel proud that you got these people right here, they're recording. And that's good right there because the message of the Lord is going everywhere. See? And that's what we got to do. That's what he made us disciples. You see? But the thing is that I'm really proud of what I'm seeing right here.
Where you from, brother?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Where do you live currently? You live in PR right now?
I'm in Huntsville, Alabama.
You in Huntsville? Okay.
Yes, so
best of luck to you, brother, in Alabama, man. All right.
So, right now, my prayer always is, it's God, give me one soul. Give me one soul.
One soul, yes, sir.
One soul, because, that's what all he wants. He doesn't want what we got. You see? Because, what we were earned in winning the world and losing our soul.
And losing our soul, yes, sir.
So
exactly.
that's why I appreciate what you just did right there. You came and you confronted the battle. That's why I felt in my spirit what was going on here. Because you did the same thing that Paul did. Because Paul was warring. See, but my name is Joshua.
Okay.
And Joshua.
Well, that's spiritual, Joshua. That's spiritual. What if I tell you from the same tribe as Joshua?
So that's why I told you guys, I feel sad because the same thing that was happening in those days in Genesis and all that is
It's happening now, yo.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and that makes me sad. See, I still love you guys, and I love you all, because that's what the gospel is about. It's love. See, it's not because you look like that, because you look like that. That's not
It ain't
it.
about look. I ain't saying about look necessarily.
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you, because many churches, you go out and you gotta be dressed like this.
Yeah,
you gotta be,
yes, sir.
That's not good. You see?
Yeah, that's the hypocrisy right there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not right. I mean, because where's the love? Even the homeless people. How many people from church go and give a hug to the homeless people?
Exactly.
You see, they don't do that. See, but they want them to go to church. I mean, it's like you said, we're the church. We gotta go out for
That's
them.
right. That's right.
Because the world, the devil is controlling this whole world, and he's making all the sinners blind. And that's what's going on here. See, that's what's your name?
Alazar.
Alexander?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Definitely, Mano.
I have to go and.
All right.
Man,
Lord, brother.
If you guys have not received Jesus Christ like your Savior, man, open it, because that's the best choice that I have done. Man, I'll give my testimony. I was a drug dealer. I used to play with women. I used to, tell lies to my mom, my dad. I hated my dad. And the first thing that God showed me was forgiveness. And
forgiveness is important.
And I called my dad and I told him, you did this to me, but I forgive you. See, and that's all about. See, that's where we're gonna be one unit, one country. Love,
One country, yeah, you're right.
So, I appreciate you guys, and you have a blessed day.
All right, brother.
Right?
Appreciate you.
Brother,
All right, man.
God bless you, man.
You too, brother. Keep the laws, brother. Remember that. Keep the law. To be a son of God, brother. Right? That's what it's about, right? Forgiveness. And that's something that we was dealing with the sister on that last week, which was forgiveness, man. All right? We got to, and it's important, it's good that he forgave his father. Because that's but what our people would do all day, every day, forgive Esau, but not forgive their own family member. You see what I'm saying? That happen all the time. What's up? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, so I was waiting for y'all to, I know he had to go and stuff, but I was waiting to see all the things y'all had to say from the time he pulled out the cross, from the time he started talking about, we're all one and everything. So now he's gone.
Well, yeah, he said one country. He's right. We're going to be one country, like the brother said. That's right. He's right. We, us and him, we going to be one country.
Okay.
You see, sometimes you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. First, boom, brother. You need to keep the law. Let's start there. Well, then, all right, we're saying, okay, cool. And you build on the building block. They ain't going to get the whole thing at once. Sometimes some brothers, they just start at one place. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all in the spirit of Most High. Spiritual, his name is Joshua, though. But go ahead.
If he was here for another half hour, all that stuff.
Yeah. It depends on where it would go. You know what I mean?
We over here like,
he just messed up. I'm saying? He just came through, boom, with the microwave. I could have got all over that cross, but I said, okay, he getting ready to go. All right, let the brother go. We gave him the law. Keep the law. You start keeping that law, you're going to find out that cross got to go. You understand? That thing got to go. So that all is going to come when it all go back to the law.
You start keeping that law, you start getting more understanding.
Exactly. You start letting stuff go. You ain't going to get the whole thing in 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? The whole, this is a gradual, it's a process, right? Go ahead.
All I was thinking was, thank God he took me off that white boy. Man, boy, it's crazy. They can't let it go.
No, exactly. He put the car. I said, no. I knew Caesar. If Caesar would have came out, I'd have had to get on it. Caesar was here, brother. No, I can't do it. It just was a car that just said Jesus. So I said, okay. He at least let the white boy go. Most High and Christ. That's difficult. Like I said, I was gonna get. Give me Ephraim. Give me Ephraim as joint idol. Matter of fact. Right? It's just not, I knew he was going to have a cross on. The Bible tells me he's going to have a cross because Ephraim is joined the idols, man. Right? Go ahead. It's right here. It might be 7 though.
It might be. Hey, let me ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
How different is the cross to the Star of David?
It's extremely different because the cross goes back to the Babylonian god Tammuz. It's a lowercase t for the baby Tammuz. That's what that goes into. It's entirely an idol.
And in my opinion, would you wear an electric chair on your neck?
Okay, right.
Hey, did the Crips wear an electric chair for Tiki Williams? No, we don't. Right? Right? Hey, but the Crips we used to wear back in the day, they used to wear them cross earrings though, man. They used to be the uniform. Go ahead.
Hosea 4:17. Ephraim is joined to idols.
What?
Joined to idols.
So we know that wasn't the only damn necklace he had. Who knows what other necklace he had on there, man? But okay, he had the Jesus Christ. No, Ephraim is joined to idols. It tell us that, right? Read.
It says, let him alone.
Let him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone on that one. All right, brother. Listen, you need to keep the laws, brother. Come back to the laws of God, to the Jew first, then to the northern kingdom, right? Go ahead. Listen on that. Come no, that's all right. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? But most high, where the brother gets it, you know. But sometimes, you know, it's just about finding what's the common ground, man. Go ahead.
And I think we observed humility through you, because the ones that know the truth, a lot of times we're expecting the chiefs and the elders to jump on these guys, but sometimes, just like your children, you give them a little break. You didn't have time to chastise them properly,
yeah, on every
so
little
you
thing,
cut them
yeah.
a little slack.
Just a little slack, boom. And listen, brother, come back to the laws. We the sons of God. That's what you're talking about, becoming the son of God. Brother, just keep the law, please, man. That's what we ask you to do. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, we don't always gotta. Sometimes, too, we expect everyone out here everyone out here don't know what we know. You know what I'm saying? So we can't always treat everybody like they know better. Oh, brother, you know better than that. Come on, man. You supposed to do this, and this, and that. He looking like, man, I don't know. This is the first time I heard this information. I'm supposed to know. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Overwhelm them.
Exactly. And I went into this on it was a live I did, and I was talking about, because it was a time where Megan Good was like coming into the truth. You remember that? And guys start, they were on her Instagram tearing her apart. I said, bro, she just found this information out, man. How do you expect her to know all the standards and stuff? You know what I'm saying? She's on a comment board responding to brother, like, you know, she's got millions of followers. She can easily just ignore it, but she's going back. She's like, damn, brother, like, you know, I'm new to this, you know. Can y'all give me a second to get it? You know?
And then to bounce off that, just like the fringes. Now, some brothers is a little more fortunate. But when I first found out, man, we got to refringes. I didn't go and take my whole wardrobe, throw it in the trash. See what I'm saying? I slowly
start building.
Yes.
You start building. So, then you kind of get to a point where now you got a collection. You know what I'm saying?
So if I see a brother without fringes, he might have just came into the truth. You might be a week in the truth, and you didn't have a chance to get online and order fringes or wherever.
And you on his ass about wearing fringes. Like, come on, like he just found out. What's going on, sis? Yeah, what's going on, sis? You're not too out here teaching the Bible. What's up? What's up with you? You have a question?
No, I'm just coming to listen to see what y'all got going on.
Coming to listen? What's your nationality? You still about African American, sister?
Yeah.
That's what I'm actually trying to learn now. I didn't think I'm black. I just am black.
You just black, right? Well, as far as you know, where your people come from?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
You trying to figure it out? Well, that happened. You said what?
I'm learning right now.
Okay. All right. Well, what's your religious background? Christianity. Okay, so you are an adherent and believer. You're a believer in the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's what my upbringing was.
Right. That's the foundation, right? That's the foundation. All praise to the Most High. So watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Right? I'm gonna show you something about your history in the Bible, right? This is general history that we all can identify as a people, right? So we're gonna get Deuteronomy 28. Let's start at 15. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
We got Moses speaking, right? And he's telling a group of people, if you don't listen to God, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments,
keep the laws that he gave you, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
He said there's going to be a list of curses that's going to come on you if you don't listen. He's telling this group of people that right now. Skip to 68.
68. And the Lord will bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So, you familiar with how the Israelites were in slavery in Egypt, right? You're not familiar with that? Well, there's something called the Exodus story, right? The book is what the whole book of Exodus is about. The Israelites were in slavery in Egypt, then God raised up Moses to save them out of that slavery, right? So Moses is telling his people, you're going to go back into slavery, but this time on a ship, right?
Oh, I see. I heard.
You heard about this before? You heard somebody saying that before, right? All praise to the all kind of brothers on Peace Street. So what we have to understand is, well, you know, it's not necessarily the wrong way. It's just a way that you didn't particularly identify with at the time. That didn't make it wrong. You understand what I'm saying? But going back to the point is, we went into, or that happened to our ancestors, right? Went into slavery on ships, right? Read.
It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So there you shall be sold to your enemies, right? So that's our history here in the Americas. We got here on the ship, then we start getting bought, sold, and traded by people, right? You see what I'm saying? So he's telling this to that group of people. If this happened to us, wouldn't this make us that same group of people that Moses was addressing? Because there's nobody else you could go to and find in the world that this happened to. You see what I'm saying? So this is how we come to the conclusion that we are the people that's spoken about in the Bible. Give me verse 30, right? I'm going to show you a few more. Go ahead.
Verse 30. It says, Thou shalt betroth the wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. So are you familiar with during the time of slavery, a lot of times what would happen is master would rape somebody's wife. You see what I'm saying? So this happened to us during this time period, right? Keep going.
And another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
You shall build a house. They had us building their houses, even the White House. We built the damn White House. What Negroes then dwelt in the White House and been the president of the United States? Nah, not even that one. You know why? Because his father came from Kenya, right? So his father and his ancestors didn't experience what ours did in America. You see what I'm saying? So we can't even count him with that. I mean, unless you want to just count his wife, say his wife was the one that did it. Because his wife answered, his wife people went through that. But his people didn't go through that, right? Go ahead.
It says, 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword.
Right, it said we shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword, right? Meaning, when people see us, they're astonished at us, and they say things about us, and they make jokes about us. That's what a proverb and a byword is. Like, they make jokes about us. Like, they have racial stereotypes. They paint their black face, you know, do all those various things, right? That's all a part of the prophecy. So these are all things that we can identify with, right? Give me 53. Start at 53.
It says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee. And so that the man that is tender among you,
read,
and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
So it's saying that one time we valued each other's lives, but now brothers' eyes are evil towards one another. This is something we can identify with to this very day. Two Negroes walking down the street looking at each other crazy. They don't even damn know each other. But they're already ready to kill each other, right? This is something we can identify with. Keep going.
It says, and toward the wife of his bosom.
And now, not only is he looking at his brother some type of way, he looking at his own wife. The wife that lay with him. It said the wife of his bosom, meaning she lay with him at night. But he looking at her some type of way, right? Read.
And toward the remnant of his children.
Now he looking at his kids some type of way. He's hating his own woman and his own children, right? This happens in our households every day, right? Read on.
Which he shall leave.
Which he shall what?
He shall leave.
Oh, not only does he gonna hate his children, he gonna leave his children. See that? Who got the big? Who struggles with single parent households the most? It's us, right? Skip to 64.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
We shall be scattered. That's what happened in slavery. We were scattered, right? Some of us were taken here, some there. All over the world we were taken, right? Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
We shall serve other gods, which neither thou nor our fathers have known. Before this white man on the cross was given to us, none of us ever followed that, right? Now that's the main thing and the main religion that our people are adhering to, following that on that cross, which is totally contrary to what the Bible says Christ looks like. You see what I'm saying? Even when you deal with the history on the crucifixions, they weren't crucifying nobody on that T-shape. The word crucify literally means to X out. So how they really crucified people, it was more like an X than a T, right? So all of that goes back into idolatry. Matter of fact, give me Revelation 1 and 14, right? So I can show you the true biblical description of Christ, right? So go ahead.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. Who got woolly texture here? What people hair texture is of wool? Like a lamb. What people? Our people, right? Boom. That's all. I'm just asking you should get the answer because it's true education. I'm just bringing it out. You already know the answers. I'm just bringing them out. Right? Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. His feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
Does that look like him, or that look more like your skin color? Yours, right? Now watch this. Give me Daniel 9 and 11, right? So we've been taken from all this information, and we've been undergoing and subject to all these curses for one purpose, right? And this is the reason why we come out here, not only to teach our people the nationality that we've been taken from, but to teach our people what got us in this position and how to get out of this position, right? Read.
Daniel 9 and 11. All Israel had transgressed thy law.
So all of us transgressed. All of us broke the laws of God. Read on.
It says, even by departing.
I just got this verse and the next verse.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
We did not obey the voice of God. Read.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us, even the oath, in the oath that is written in the law of Moses.
Listen, keep the laws of God. That's the point. You're an Israelite. All right, remember that. We out here every Thursday and Saturday. All right, all praise to the Most High.
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Allah Lawyer, a.k.a. the Guerrilla Hebrew,
And I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Gorilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's URBNGRLA.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.